Hello Libra, welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Libra is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. Remember to hit the like button, leave a comment, consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. If there is anything you would like me to pray over, or meditate upon, or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I provide. And remember, Libra, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. 3 of Pentacles. This is a card of work, okay? This is a card of somebody who understands the process of creation on the physical plane. So you're somebody with really like insight. Like you're really good at like looking at things and kind of understanding how they work or how to make them work or how things function. When you were a kid, you probably took things apart just to see how they worked and then put them back together, you know? This is the card that's kind of saying like something is just about to come together for you, okay? Something is just about to manifest. Something's in motion for you. And it may be that you're kind of looking for that last little piece that's going to make everything click, that make everything fall into kind of perfect alignment, okay? I think you're somebody that enjoys hard work, right? We got a Mars and Capricorn vibe with this card. I feel like there is a future that you're after. Yeah, there's something at the top of the mountain that you're trying to achieve. And I think that you have goals. And I think that you're a very hard worker. And I think that there's something that's about to click for you. Okay? There's some kind of a missing thing that's going to like start the engine. It's like there's one, like you're missing like a spark plug or something. You just need to find it, put it in there, and that's the ticket. There's one switch that needs to be flipped, and then everything really starts moving. Okay? Let's put this card into a little bit of context, and let's see what's going on here. Now, the 3 of Pentacles is your drive. It represents the alignment of your drives, right? The creative drive at the top, the pleasure drive, and the aggressive drive. Okay, so it's a very, very Capricorn type of energy here. And it's really, I guess it's asking the questions like, are your drives in alignment? Okay. Because to me, this looks like a drone, right? It looks like there's these fans at the bottom. And if these fans are all spinning at the right rate of speed, the right RPMs, this drone is going to lift right off, straight up. If any of these things are not in alignment, spinning too fast or spinning too slow or not spinning at all, the thing's not going to rise up, it's going to just flop over. It's going to fail. So you're trying to get something off the ground right now. Okay, let's see what's going on. Oh, we got the Ace of Cups, a little bit of love, right? The 3 plus the Ace of Cups equals the 4, right? And so that might be like kind of that inspiration or that love, right? That might be the missing piece. Let's see what else we've got. We've got a 6 of Wands. We've got an 8 of Wands. Double shot here with a 9 of Wands and the the Prince of Swords. I feel like your confidence is a little bit, sometimes your confidence can be a little shaky, okay? Right here we have that 10. To me, the 10 of Swords is the confirmation that you are reaching escape velocity. You're trying to get something to really take off and get off the ground. This is you breaking through the ceiling. This is you getting out of the bird cage, okay? On the path of the Serpent, we have a Princess of Pentacles. We have a Queen of Pentacles, a 4 of Pentacles, and a Prince of Cups, interesting, the Prince of Cups there. I feel like you've been noticing a lot of strange like synchronicities lately, right? Like repeating numbers, a lot of signs. Yeah, songs maybe that you keep hearing everywhere you go, or certain lyrics from the song. A lot of like dreams even that are kind of pointing to a particular direction. Okay? And these synchronicities seem to be connected to some like decision that you've been maybe putting off for a while, something that you've been kind of like on the fence about. Okay? And it may have to do with work, it may have to do with relationships. Kind of feel like it's, I don't know, it feels, because this Queen of Pentacles in the environment, right, in the position of your relationships, I feel that it is maybe it's work relationships, right? It's something like that. I feel like there is some kind of like a chance encounter, right? It's a conversation, it's a quick message that comes in. It's just a random, spontaneous thing that maybe something you overhear is sort of confirming the next step for you. Spirit's trying to tell you, don't brush off the signs. The signs and the synchronicities are the roadmap to your destiny, okay? And you have to trust in that, because it feels to me like you're on the fence about something, okay? And you're on the fence about something that you're either already committed to or you are considering committing to, giving your energy to, and kind of like locking in, or something that you're considering connecting your energy with. Okay, but you're on the fence about it. Let's select the mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is a random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. This is the factor infinite and unknown. We're going to set this down right over here with Dwight K. Schrute right on top. We're not going to look at that card until the very end, but it will tie everything together. It will give us the confirmation that we need at the end of the reading. If at any moment during this message you feel like you might know what that card might be, put your prediction in the comment section down beneath the video. Okay, now, let's look around the room. What's one thing we notice here? There are no major arcana cards, right? We've got fire, 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 water, water, air, air, and earth, and earth, and earth, and earth. A lot of earth cards here. A lot of fire, a lot of earth. You're trying to manifest something, okay? You have goals. You're trying to get to that destiny, okay? And I feel like the absence of the major arcana cards is really saying that, look, you're not paying attention to spirit. You're not paying attention to those signs and symbols and synchronicities. So it's Spirit's way of saying, hey, don't forget about me. Don't forget about all the directions. It's like you're searching for the answer. You're you're on the fence about something, right? And Spirit's saying, look, I'm showing you the path. You've just got to open your eyes and see it. Really, not even open your eyes to see it. Open your heart to receive it. Open your heart to receive those synchronicities, to receive that intuitive guidance that's showing you the path. Okay? Those numbers, the songs, the dreams, the words, that conversation that you overhear, all of that is leading you toward a particular direction. And you're being told to listen. This is kind of like the water, right? It's kind of like saying, let's listen. Okay? Let's feel, let's receive the guidance. And I think that's going to lead you in the right direction. Don't brush off those things that you feel intuitively. Trust your heart in a way, right? So these two cards together, I think, are very important, that you're doing this work, you're digging, digging, digging. You're climbing the mountain, you're struggling, you're working hard. And I think you're on the fence about, do I go this way or this way? Do I keep going? Do I retreat? What is the next step? How do I get out of this kind of cycle, right? This kind of pattern where it's just like a lot of work, but I don't seem to be making all the progress. The missing piece is that open heart that's going to receive that guidance. Okay? And it may be literally love is the missing piece, okay? The Ace of Cups to me is a very receptive card. It's kind of like saying Spirit is sending light into you, sending you the message. You got to be open to receive it. Because sometimes the Three of Pentacles is so busy working, not paying attention to that inspiration, not paying attention to the guidance. It's just head down, working. Can't see the synchronicity. If you got your head down, doing your work, you're not paying attention to everything that's out here. You're not seeing those signs. So in a way, Spirit is telling you to kind of like lift your head up a little bit and open your heart and receive the guidance. Okay? Because I think like there's this idea that if you want to get to your goal, you have to work hard. Day and night, 24 hours a day, like just keep it going. More effort is going to be better, but there's something here that's kind of saying like pause even. Like wait a second and let's receive into our heart. Okay? Let's open up that heart, but this is a very ambitious Mars, right? Think of that Mars, that martial energy, just kind of brute forcing it. Climbing that mountain with no regard for anything else, no time for anything else. Spirit saying, make time for Spirit. Okay? So maybe you're going to set some intentional time to meditate or to, to journal, to work on your spiritual practice, whether that's through ritual or prayer or the meditation or through dance or whatever it is, to open up your heart to that kind of energy again, because Spirit is sending you the signals. Spirit is trying to guide you. Okay? And I think that there is a decision right now that needs to be made. And it may be something that you've kind of been putting off for a while. I think it has to do with either your health or your wealth. Okay? All these pentacles lined up over here kind of show that, yeah, look, there's something that there's a turning point that needs to happen here. So we got to get off the fence. Down beneath the surface is the Six of Wands. This is a card of victory, a card of confidence. I think that you are, you believe in yourself. I think that you know that there is victory to be had here. You know that your destiny is out there for you, whatever your goal is right now, whether it's, something at work, at home, at school. There is almost a desire for like the team. I wonder if this is kind of suggesting that like you haven't really been paying attention to like your spirit team. Do you know what I mean? Or you haven't been, you've kind of been too, almost like too independent. Yeah. Because again, there's no major arcana energy here. There are a lot of court cards, but there is this hidden team aspect. So since this is under the surface, kind of tells me that, for one thing, sometimes your confidence isn't always there. That there's a decision that you need to make, but you're not really confident about either choice, okay? It's also saying that some of this teamwork aspect is too hidden. That maybe you need to bring the teamwork front and center. So it's relying on your spirit team, relying on your spirit guides, or even relying more on the literal team of people that are around you. Okay? Paying attention to the people in your environment. Because, really, we got 1, 2, 3, 4 court cards. That's quite a bit. Maybe you haven't been noticing them. Now, you're not going to experience that chance encounter, that conversation, the message, or, overhearing that conversation. You're not going to experience that if you're too just kind of like nose to the grindstone, if you're just too isolated in your work. And that's kind of a Four of Pentacles idea, and why that Four of Pentacles might be in the position of the obstacle. So it may be that you have to bring your awareness outside of yourself and open yourself up and just kind of pay attention to what's going on around you. This Eight of Wands is that message. This is that random chance event or encounter. It happens quickly. It's a word spoken in passing, but if you're not listening, you're not going to hear it. It's going to be the word that gives you that aha, that eureka moment. But this is a very fast-moving energy. This is a message or a conversation that if you're not paying attention, you're not even going to hear it. It's going to pass you right by. This is something that's going to confirm your next step. It's going to give you the confidence about this decision that you need to make. Okay? This sign, this particular thing is going to be the catalyst for your decision. Okay? And it's really going to kind of set you off in a very definite direction. I don't want to say a new direction. I feel like it's going to tell you exactly what decision to make. That's going to allow you to break free of the kind of, I don't know if it's a rut or if it's some kind of a limited situation. Okay? It's the sun in Gemini here. To me, it feels like whatever this decision is, the clarity that's brought about by this sort of random chance event or this moment or this message is going to illuminate for you. It's going to provide you with the clarity about where the limitation is, about what's been blocking you. It's like a flash of light. It's like, when lightning strikes and it's like pitch black outside, but there's like a flash of lightning, and then just for a split second, you can see everything that's out there in the forest. It's like a horror movie, That's kind of what this is. There's a flash of light. You got to be paying attention because it's instantaneous. It's a millisecond of illumination that's going to show you what's out there. And as long as you're looking, you'll see it. What you're going to see is the bars of the cage. You're going to see what has been holding you back, and it's going to reveal what your decision needs to be. Okay? So it's like you'll overhear something. There'll be like some kind of a message or a conversation that happens just in passing. But if you're kind of like checked out and you're not really present in the moment and you're not open to receiving that lightning will strike and you won't have seen anything. And you'll still be operating within the confines of this situation and wondering like, where do I go? How come I can't get out of here? Why do I feel blocked? What am I butting up against that I can't get through? This is kind of like a chain link fence. And this is that Capricorn goat energy that's getting tangled up in this particular fence. And because you got your head down and you're just using your horns, right? You don't know what you're tangled up in. The goat needs to just stop and look around and be like, oh, there's a fence here. Well, that explains it. And now we can figure out how to get through the fence. Go around it, maybe there's a gate, maybe you just got to kind of cut the chain link and go through it, whatever it might be. Okay, the synchronicities in your life right now are trying to lead you. And so it is very revealing that there are no major arcana energies here, and that we have this very, very strong Capricorn reference going right into that Ten of Swords. Okay, and so it feels like there is there's a need for the softness. There's a need for the water energy rather than the brute force of the Three of Pentacles. Okay, kind of yielding and allowing yourself to kind of pause and look around because that lightning flash is going to happen. And again, it's going to reveal what's been blocking you. It's going to reveal now, it's going to allow you to see the roadmap to this destiny that you're trying to create. Pay attention to those signs, the numbers, the songs, the dreams. Pay attention to that. Okay. And subscribe to the channel. Yeah. If this is resonating with you, hit the like button and let me know in the comments that you're feeling this and that it's kind of, if it resonates even a little bit, let me know, okay? As your general energy, you've got the Princess of Pentacles. Makes perfect sense because this is potential unfulfilled. This is like you keep digging, you keep doing the work, but you're not striking gold. It's just like you keep trying hard and brute force. You keep digging and digging and digging and digging. But it just hasn't happened yet. Okay, the Princess of Pentacles will one day transform into the Empress. Okay? There's something blocking you from doing that right now. Whatever your goal is, you haven't achieved it because something is blocking your path and you can't see what it is until you learn to pay attention to those signs and symbols and be ready, be attentive so that you'll have this chance encounter, you'll hear that word or that message or that conversation, that song or whatever that gives you that revelation. Okay? Because this is still a dry, kind of barren landscape. There's no verdant energy here. There's no life here. There's no garden here yet. Okay? It's like you've been working at this garden for a long time, and it's just like, why won't anything grow? I don't understand it. And so you just try harder. But you still can't figure it out. There's that missing piece. Okay? And it's being revealed to you if you're paying attention. It's going to allow you to have that breakthrough that you need so that this can transform into that lush garden of abundance. Give me a heck yes if you're ready to claim this, okay? In the environment, we have a Queen of Pentacles. It may be that part of this chance encounter is going to happen via a Libra person in your life, okay? Kind of feel that there's a Virgo energy that might be coming into your life, okay? This is a Virgo superpower card. The Queen of Pentacles is also someone who's looking into the past, okay? And you're kind of seeing the long and winding road that you traversed with all the ups and downs, all the twists and turns that allowed you to get right here to where you are today, okay? And so you're kind of saying that, look, I've made a lot of progress in the past, and it was through your hard work and your struggles that got you where you are today. That doesn't mean that those same tactics or methods, the same kind of Mars and Capricorn energy is going to bring you from this moment forward. Okay, because the Queen of Pentacles is ready for the turning point. Kind of looking at the past and saying, okay, it worked back then. Why isn't it working now? Okay, so I think that this is the realization that the methods that you've been using, the tools that you've been employing that once worked very well, now suddenly they're not working. All right? That's part of this revelation. That's kind of like you're approaching it in an outmoded kind of way. In a way that used to work, now it doesn't work anymore. It's like you were using the hammer, but now it's like now the hammer's not working. No, because the situation doesn't require a hammer anymore. It requires something else, like a saw or a screwdriver or whatever, a wrench, vice grips maybe. And so that's part of the lesson of the Queen of Pentacles. Just because something worked in the past doesn't mean that it's going to work, that it's going to continue to work indefinitely. Because you've changed, the circumstances have changed, the situation has changed. Okay? And so part of this is that you've been kind of hanging on to a particular belief, okay, or particular like worldview. You've been clinging to a particular way, right? A particular tool that just doesn't work anymore. Okay, and that's confirmed by our fixed air energy with the Prince of Swords, right? Clinging to a thought or an understanding or a belief about something that, maybe isn't really working anymore. The Ten of Swords that bird cage, or the bars of the bird cage are just kind of crumbling and falling away, sometimes this is the end of an outmoded worldview. And it may be that Spirit is trying to show you where in your thinking you've been too rigid in your thinking. And that's been the chain link fence that you've been getting tangled up in. Okay. The Four of Pentacles here is exactly that. It's somebody who's clinging to something. Okay. The Four of Pentacles is also a card of habit and routine. So the suggestion is that the same routine, the same habits over and over again aren't leading to any more progress. So what does that tell you? Not that you just have to kind of bang it harder with the hammer, but that maybe you're using the wrong tool. Maybe you should kind of set that down. Sometimes the Eight of Wands is the reminder that we have other tools in our toolbox. Okay. Sometimes this is a card of creative problem solving, not brute forcing it, but being flexible, being able to admit that, okay, what I've been doing, the habits that I've been employing, the methods aren't working anymore. So why do I continue to do it? You know, doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results, right? And so the Four of Pentacles, this is also there's a lot of Capricorn here. Like I said, this is the Sun in Capricorn. And so this is now the goat kind of waking up and realizing that, okay, you know what? I've been kind of searching for the answer in a very narrow part of the universe, a very limited, kind of square, And so it's kind of like Spirit wants you to think outside the box. Spirit's trying to show you what is outside the box that you need to choose that will help you to get out of this kind of tangle or blockage, or this slowdown, or this maybe a plateau in your progress. Okay? Getting to whatever your goals are. It doesn't matter what your goals are. Tell me in the comments, what sign from the universe have you been ignoring? Okay? Spirit's been sending these signals to you, but we don't see them. Yeah. But the Prince of Cups at the end here, this is your authentic self. This is someone that is open to all of that water energy, someone that is receiving all of this energy. It's like this is someone that can absorb. And sometimes this is a dangerous thing, because if you're so receptive, this is kind of like the empath card, very sensitive soul, yeah? Someone that can receive all of the vibrations, all of the frequencies, and sometimes gets lost in all that. But there's a secret in this card, because it is your ability to maintain your true self, maintain your essence, maintain your inner truth, while you are immersing yourself in all of these other frequencies. Okay? So to me, it feels like you're able to change your mind without changing your heart. Yeah. So you're opening yourself up to other possibilities, other ideas, other tools that you could use, other pathways, other routes that you could take to get up the mountain without compromising your self, your authenticity, without compromising your inner truth. Okay? Without compromising the reasons why, or your ethics, or your boundaries, or any of that stuff, I want to look at the mystery card. I fully expect this to be the Wheel of Fortune, or I expect it to be a Princess of Cups. Yeah. Because it could be that we've been looking at things from a much too practical way, much too practical point of view. We need to look in between things. We need to look at the shadows. We need to look at the subtleties. We need to tune in to other frequencies. So let me know in the comments what you think this card will be. I'm kind of thinking a Page of Cups here. But let's see what we have. It's a Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands, sometimes someone that refuses to change, refuses to do, kind of refuses to to acknowledge something. Is very very powerful, very commanding, but unwilling to embrace anything new or anything different or anything that is anything that's kind of contrary to what they already feel or believe. Yeah. So there's there's a dominating energy here. There's like a pride almost. There's a pride that kind of doesn't want to admit that maybe we could be wrong. It's someone that's got the hammer and is just kind of knows that the hammer isn't working, but is too proud to say, okay, Spirit, you're right, the hammer doesn't work. Okay? And so I think that there is really, it's very important right now that you kind of stop what you're doing and you sit back and you allow yourself to open up. It's kind of a red alert thing that's basically saying you can't keep doing the same thing you've been doing because it's not working. And I think your frustration is going to just mount, okay, until you're able to kind of let go and go the watery way, right? The Queen of Wands hates water. Why? Because water extinguishes this fire. And this is someone that likes to be on fire, likes to feel like they're the ones that are doing it. They're the one that knows how to do it. And they are the one who is kind of facilitating all of this, right? So it's and then to kind of yield to other ideas or other people or other opinions or to take in other information requires a humility. This card does not like the water cards. It's the worst combination, because it kind of takes them out of their element. Yeah. So I think the important message here is that we sort of set the hammer down, we set our pride down, and we let go of what we've been clinging to, and we pay attention because Spirit's trying to tell us what to do and what decision to make. I kind of feel like you know the right decision, but there's something getting in the way of you making that decision. Does that make sense? I want you to let me know what you think this is in the comments. Give me your interpretation. I would love to hear your story. We're going to do an extended reading now. We'll do an I Ching hexagram. We'll do some oracle cards. There's a link in the corner. There's a link in the video description right down there. New readings for Libra on Mondays and Thursdays. Be sure to watch both readings. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. Leave a comment and let me know where in the world you are watching from. I want you to know that you are the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you. And we are all in this together.